Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video. So in this video we're going to be checking out the last cards from Night Unison. So we're going to be carrying on from where we left off in our previous video and also taking a look at the full arts and secret rares. So without further ado, let's dive straight in and have a little look. Okay, so here we are, and let's have a little look at the second part of Night Unison. Let's check out the rest of the cards. We finished on fighting, so if you haven't already seen that, then definitely check that out. So we'll start off nicely with Greninja and Zoroark GX. Now, of course, in the previous one, we had Froakie and we had Frogadier. We didn't have a Greninja, but there's Greninja right here. So it's not going to be in the set as an actual card. It's going to be the GX tag team in particular. So we've already done that one, so we don't need to carry on with that. So we'll move on down here and have a look at some others here. Tell a lie, there's Greninja right there. Haha! Thought you got me. They can't just throw the line in there and then have no Greninja. Oh no. So let's have a little look at this. We've got a Carvana right here, which looks as if it's just come out of a boat or taken a chunk out of the boat there, but got a bit peckish. So we've got 1 Dark for 10 damage. Pretty simple. And then that evolves into Sharpedo right there. A very interesting artwork there, sort of jumping out of the ocean there. Some people there. That guy sort of jumped off the boat there. Don't know what he's up to. So the ability, we've got Greedy Evolution. When you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, which of course is going to be this, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Choose any dark energy cards you find there and attach them to this Pokemon. Then shuffle the other cards back into your deck. It's pretty cool. Then we have 3 colours for Bad Fang, which is 60 plus damage, and this attack does 20 more damage times the number of dark energies attached to this Pokemon. So if you can get 3 on there, then of course that's 120. It's not bad, but if you carry on going with that dark energy, then it could lead to some interesting things. Very interesting. So we do have a Greninja, and it is right here. Now, what is that in the background there? It might be a Charizard in particular. It looks as if that's a Charizard. The claws, the wings there, the neck. Might be a Charizard there. I'm hoping it is. Maybe there's going to be a card that shows us the other side of this. But it does look very, very cool there. But we got Greninja. So for 2 colours, we got Bring Down. Choose 1 Pokemon, yours or your opponent's, with the fewest remaining HP, excluding this Pokemon. And that Pokemon is now KO'd. Choose 1, yours or your opponent's, with the fewest remaining HP. Ooh. It's interesting. It is very interesting. I wonder whether maybe a bit of Shrine of Punishment might be good with this. So you can get that damage going on possibly GXs, possibly anything else. It doesn't have to be GXs or anything else. But what happens if that's a tag team? That's just a DCE right there. That is pretty nice. Then for Double Dark, we've got Mist Slash, 70 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. I think it's that first attack that's going to be very interesting. Moving on from that one, we do have an Inkay with 60 HP. So 1 Dark for Perplex. Your opponent's active Pokemon, is now confused. That will then evolve into Malamar, which looks as if it's going to be a holo in this set. Looks very, very interesting indeed. Like the look of this. Sort of a nice rainbow aspect there, but then normal day sorts of colours there. Very interesting. So for 1 Darkness, we got Hypnotic Control. Your opponent reveals their hand. You may discard a Pokemon you find there and choose 1 of its attacks to use as this attack, except for a GX attack. That is... except for GX attacks. Ooh, that is not nice. So that's any GX... No, hold on. Except for GX attacks. That would mean that should be no GXs. So if there's a GX attack on it, that would be the only GX. Whereas everything else is just a normal attack. Right, cool. Okay, so that could be pretty nice. Could be. You are discarding it, and then you're using that to do some damage. But it's all according as to what your opponent is playing. Then we have got Dark and Double Colours for Dark Pressure, 80 damage. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. So a nice way to chip a bit of damage and also get rid of a card. Could be an important one. Moving into the Fairy types, of course, we've got Gardevoir and Sylveon GX, which we've already taken a look at. And then we move into Clefairy right here. So it's not called that. I'm probably guessing it's going to be called Slap, but we've got 10 times damage. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 10 damage for each heads. Then we move on to Clefable right here. Luna Dance, 10 plus damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your Pokemon with fairy energies attached to it. That's going to be pretty cool. Any Pokemon with fairy energies is going to help this thing bulk up very quickly. We then are getting, this is surprising, but I quite like it. We're getting Togepi, which is pretty cool, in a backpack. We've got Daunt, 10 damage. During your opponent's next turn, any damage from the attacks of your opponent's active Pokemon is reduced by 30. That evolves, of course, into Togetic right there. Very nice. Energy Present. Attach an energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. And then we've got Fairy and Colourless for Magical Shot for just 30 damage. That then evolves into Togekiss right here, which looks to be a holo as well. Very interesting one. Ability Fairy Banquet. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from each of your fairy Pokemon. So a nice little healing area there. One Fairy, one Colourless for Magical Shot, 70 damage. We move on to Spritzy right here. Very nice looking artwork. One Colourless for Nap, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. One Fairy for Fairy Wind, 10 damage. That then evolves into Aramantes. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. But yep, Spritzy into Aramantes. We've got that right there. And I actually really like this artwork. It looks so cool with all those flowers around there. Really, really nice. One Fairy, we've got Intense Scent. Flip 2 coins. If either of them are heads, your opponent reveals their hand. For each heads, choose a card you find there. Your opponent shuffles that card into their deck. So a nice way of getting rid of some cards. Double Colourless then for Miracle Cologne. 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, choose a special condition. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by that condition, so you can choose anything. If it is heads, of course. Then moving into the little rat boys, we've got Rattata right here. Not a Alolan. We've got normal Rattata. So we've got Gnaw for 30 damage, and then we have Raticate right here. Interesting one, sort of surrounded by water there. That's probably why he's looking like that. Double Colourless there for Escape Fang, 70 damage. If the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So a nice way of obviously getting out of there if it does evolve. If it's a basic, it's got to stay there. But it does do 70 damage. So there's that. We then have Lickitung right here, which looks like Lickitung. That's pretty much an average Lickitung. Nice artwork and background. So for Double Colourless, we've got Lick for 30 damage and flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralysed. Then, of course, the last Pokemon we've got Licky. So cool. So we've got Licky right there, 130 damage. Double Colourless for Eat Up, 40 damage. Before doing damage, if your opponent's active Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, discard it. If a Pokemon tool was discarded in this way, heal all damage from this Pokemon. That's not bad. And then we also have 3 colours for Licky Hurricane, 60 times damage, flip 4 coins, this attack does 60 damage for each heads. So that could add up quite nicely indeed. I mean, I've been playing with Miltank and Moo Milk, so having 60 damage stacking on top of each other is very, very nice indeed. So very, very cool for all the Pokemon. So let's have a look at the tools here, see what we've got. So we've got Electromagnetic Radar. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 in any combination of Lightning Pokemon GX or Lightning Pokemon EX. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That's going to be very interesting. We then have... Oh, there you go. You can have a little look at it. I will let you have a little look. Then we also have Surprise Box here with a Gengar popping out of it. Choose a card from your opponent's discard pile and put it into their hand. There we go. So why would you do that in particular? Probably going to help very nicely with the Gengar and Mimikyu, which is probably why Gengar is on that. But the Gengar and Mimikyu tag team relies on having, I think it's trainer cards in their hand. So if you're able to get a card and put it into their hand, that's going to definitely increase the amount of damage you're doing. So pretty interesting from Surprise Box. It's just what you pick that's going to make a big impact. We then have Pokegear 3.0. where's 1.0 and 2.0? They've probably been made already. Well, we got 3.0, so we look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose one supporter card you find there, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle the rest of them. So nice way of obviously going through there, possibly looking for a Cynthia, maybe a Judge, you never know. Then we have got an item card, or a tool card we should say, called Secret Hood, right there. Looks pretty interesting. So we attach it to the Pokemon. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks abilities done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. That's not bad, to be honest. That is not bad. Very, very cool. And yet again, we're getting more Fairy Charms. We have got Fairy Charm Lightning. So, of course, we all know what this does. This goes on a Fairy Pokemon and prevents effects of Lightning Pokemon, which, to be honest, is going to be pretty cool. It does just stop Lightning Pokemon GX and EX. So, all damage done to your Fairy Pokemon that this card is attached to by the attacks of GX and EX. Okay, so it could be good. I'm more thinking like Pikachu, Zekrom, that type of thing. Could be very interesting. Then we have Fairy Charm Ability. I wonder what this does. Prevent all damage to your Fairy Pokemon this card is attached to by attacks of your opponent's GX and EX with abilities. So if they have an ability, they can't attack. By attacks of your opponent's GX and EX with abilities. Now that's either abilities that are basically attacks, or that's either an attack from a Pokemon GX that has abilities. So hopefully that will get clarified. If it is that if it's a Pokemon that has an ability, this thing is going to be very, very cool for Fairy Pokemon. If it's that an ability is stopped, fair enough. Fair enough. So then we move into the supporters here. Now this is where we get a little bit interesting. So first of all, we've got Janine, which I'm guessing is a Pokemon gym leader, because evidently there's something in the background right there that looks like a gym. So this is Janine. So we look at the top 4 cards of our deck, and you choose 2 cards of them and put them in your hand. Shuffle the remaining cards into your deck. So a nice way of obviously going through your deck, checking 4 cards that are coming up and going, I'll have that one. So obviously, like we said with Venomoth, these are the next 2 cards are the ones that focus very much on that. So Janine being one of them, and then we've also got Koga's Trap. Very nice, very cool. We've got Koga's Trap there. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and confused, and that is pretty cool. It might be a supporter for turn, but don't forget that once you've used, I think it actually was Koga's Trap, once you've used that, you're going to be doing some pretty decent damage then with Venomoth. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. I'd probably be, if I was going to run this, I would probably do 4-4 of both of them with several, what they call power pads to get them back. Because I want to be continually doing this. Evidently, I'd probably go with some Cynthias, maybe some Tate and Leesas for that draw support, but getting the Janine and Koga traps is going to be very, very interesting indeed. Now, in comes Big Boy Lieutenant Surge's Battle. What does this do in particular, I hear you ask? Well, it's pretty cool. Of course, this is a gym leader. We all know that. So, you can only play this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Get ready for it. You may play up to 3 supporter cards this turn, including this one. So you can play Lieutenant Surge's Battle, and then 2 others. So you could Cynthia, and you could Guzma, in the same turn. You may play only 1 supporter card during your turn before your attack. Why does it say that? Why does it say that? You may play only 1 supporter card during your turn. Ah, right, okay, so apparently you can use this twice, I think. I'm pretty sure you could, but it doesn't stack. So if you had 3 of these in your hand, you could go Lieutenant Surge's Battle, Lieutenant Surge's Battle, and Lieutenant Surge's Battle. You wouldn't have 6 other supporters then to use. That's what I'm sort of getting at here. So you can only use 1 of these basically to get the overall thing, but you have to have more prize cards remaining. So I think this is going to be a very big turning point for a lot of decks. It is obviously a lightning orientated trainer here, so whether this will play very nicely in normal. I'm pretty sure expanded is going to be pretty busted with that. So I stay well clear of expanded. That can go right home. So yeah, that is probably going to be. I don't think this is actually going to be a full art, but we will have a look at that in a bit about the full arts and the secret rares. But I don't think this is a full art trainer, but I could be proved wrong. You never know. Then we move on to some more reprints right here. So we get an Electro Power reprint, which will be sticking around when the next rotation comes in. But obviously, when Electro Power comes out and this set has come out, Electro Power will be gone when it first came out. This is just a reprint, not a carrying on, if we want to call it. Same with Enhanced Hammer. We've already actually got this one. I've actually got it right in front of me here in the English version. Got 4 of these as a Pokemon League challenge thingy. So we've already got those in English, so that's pretty cool. Max Potion is apparently next season's, but you can see Max Potion right there. I quite like that because you can see Super and Normal Potions there. And then we get this one. We get Guzma. Look at that. Guzma. But look at that. It's got a nice little A right there, which means it's probably going to rotate, which then means that we might be leading into the big old what we're going to do after Guzma. But we said that with N and Sycamore. Doesn't matter, does it? Not at all. But yeah, there we go. So that is all of the cards from Night Unison. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back on over and we're just going to check out those secret rares, the full arts, and then we can finish off with the Guess the GX. So apart from that, I'm going to leave it here for this little part. I'm going to head on over and finish it off. Let's go. Okay, so with all the cards and the trainers had a look at, we can now have a look at our full arts, and we can have a look at those secret rares, those nice little gold cards that are going to be in the set. So, let's have a little look at the trainers. So, what do we have for the trainers? We have got, firstly, we've got Jasmine. We're getting a Jasmine full art, and we're also going to be getting Koga's Trap. So you're going to be getting both of these. So very big things for me because I really would like to try and get these. Might not go for a full 4 set of these because that's going to probably be quite expensive. Depends where they sort of are. I mean, Koga's Trap is just for to be able to do the special conditions. Whereas Jasmine might be an interesting one to obviously do a bit of like drawing specifics. So if these are quite expensive, then I might not get 4. I might just get 1 and then obviously just play the normal cards. But I do like these being with Venomoth just to carry on with that overall effect. So that's the full art trainers. We're getting 2 from this set, but obviously in our set we're going to be getting loads, and we'll go through them as the days and weeks go on. What do we have in terms of gold cards? Well, we have got the gold card or secret rare for the electromagnetic tracker. So there is that. Looks pretty cool. Then we also get the Pokegear 3.0, which looks really nice. I love how you can see that map on there. Very, very cool. And then lastly, and I don't think this will be in the set because the other secret rare of this, which was Brooklet Hill, didn't get released in the set. I don't know what's going to happen with them. Hopefully they're not going to be some sort of exclusive to something. But in this one, we're going to be getting Aether Paradise Conservation Area. Or at least we would have hoped to have, but it doesn't look as if we are going to be. You can just see there a little Lydian right there, just sort of sat there. It's nice how you can just see a Pokemon in these. It's really nice. Just that one-off Pokemon is just pretty cool. I think in the I think there was a Magikarp in the other one, so this one's got that Lydian right there. So very, very cool. Secret rares and full arts all sorted for this part of the set. Although that stadium can be removed because we shouldn't be really experiencing that in our set. So let's finish it off, of course, with the Guess the GX, the answer from our previous video, which was the first half to this. So we have got that picture right there. And what was that in particular? Well, it was Gengar and Mimikyu GX, and it was the full art card. A very nice card, actually. I really do like it. Looks really, really cool. And then moving on for this Guess the GX in this video. So we have that picture there, that one right there, and that one right there. So if you guys can let me know what you think that is in the comments below. And yeah, that is it for Night Unison. 1 set out of 3 done. So we'll be moving on to our next set, which will hopefully be coming for the next few days. Might not be tomorrow, might be the day after, but we will be getting to it this week with the first of the GXs from that set. So, apart from that, I'm going to leave it here for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Comment down below, like I said, about what the GX is and also your thoughts on the cards. And apart from that, I'm going to leave it here for this video and I'll see you in the next video.